Kia ora and talofa everyone. My name is Pauline Smith and I'm the curator of the exhibition The Dawn Raids Educate to Liberate. It's here at the Matariki Gallery, Canterbury University, Te Wānanga o Waitaha. So come with me and I'll show you around and tell you a little bit about it. Come this way. So this is a protest image. It's a very iconic image from the 70s taken by John Miller, and it shows very young people protesting about a thing called the Dawn Raids. So if you know nothing about the Dawn Raids, this was something that happened in the 1970s around the Muldoon government time, and it was against specific people here in New Zealand who were overstayers. They were targeted specifically because of their skin colour, because they were Pacific Islanders, and they were dragged out of their beds in the middle of the night by police and immigration. It was a really awful time because at that time most of the overstayers were actually from European countries, so it made it a very uncool and racist move on behalf of the government. So one of the things I wanted to do is create a 1970s lounge room, sort of a Pacific Palangi themed lounge room, Palangi or Pākehā or European. I wanted people to feel like they were stepping back in time into this lounge room, and it's cosy and it's comfortable and it's a safe place to be, and then all of a sudden the family feel the brunt of the dawn raids. And so we've got this lovely 70s family lounge room. We've got all the family pictures on the wall with the beads around them, the circle of protection around family photos, just normal daily life. And then when we get to the corner of the lounge room, it's like somebody's peeled back the wallpaper and it's revealing the Polynesian Panthers, it's revealing protest, activism, but really important part of this is that it talks about the Panthers and introduces them as really key people in the struggle to put an end to the Dawn Raids. So this part of the exhibition is a lot of the background and historical information. So it tells you about the Dawn Raids, it tells you about the people who were involved, gives you definitions of things like overstayer and what that means. And it also talks about a thing called Operation Pot Black. So one of the government and immigration responses to stopping people on the street and demanding their proof of identity, proof of permits for being in the country. And that was purely based on either the colour of their skin or the clothes they were wearing. So it was considered at the time a very racist response to trying to find out who the overstayers were. So this cabinet has memorabilia from the Polynesian Panthers and the Black Panthers, and it also has some memorabilia from the police. Interesting to have them both in the cabinet at the same time. So the Polynesian Panthers has their platform for how they operate, and we included some of the Black Panther memorabilia because the Polynesian Panthers fashioned themselves on the Black Panthers and what they were doing. They looked to them as a model of doing good things in their communities, but I think also interesting, most people had kind of militant images of both groups. What people didn't know is that they did homework clubs for young people, they looked after elderly in their community. The Black Panthers started a health initiative that had a huge impact on the people of America, so there was a whole other side to all of that. They were about looking after their communities. And police also are about looking after their communities, but of course in this instance there's a real clash between the two groups. So these are a collection of photos by John Miller. John tracked around behind a lot of protest groups and Panthers and just in the background took lots of photos of what was happening. So these ones show some of the protest images of actual protests that were happening around the mid to late 70s. And if we move over to this side, it sort of shows the human side of life of the Panthers. So we've got kids at the Panther Christmas party, we've got the homework club and what's going on there. And then we've got Albert Wendt, who's a very prolific Pacific writer, very respected, and here he is at the Panther headquarters, looking very thoughtful. Dawn Raids Educate to Liberate, so Educate to Liberate, for me that means get informed, find out what's happening and have some opinions about these things yourself.